Time for some more Rickles action. Let's go.
For a story, speaking of Frank Sinatra, you're all in the French Riviera, the French, what do they call it, French Riviera?
Yeah, right, that's what I call it.
And you're at Monaco, someplace like that.
Monaco, that's what it was.
And you're having a big dinner, you,
right.
Frank, Frank's buddy Jilly,
yeah.
A lot of folks.
Well, what really happened is Frank Sinatra, God rest his soul, was a great man to me. He was a great booster of mine. And I traveled with him to Europe. We wound up in, as you said, the Riviera on one of the trips, my wife and his wife and so forth. And he'd send all the wives to the wall. He said, the wives, go to bed. You got to go to bed. And you got to sit with him and drink the vodka, you know, which I didn't mind. But on the third barrel, I used to sit there and think I was on the Titanic. I like my vodka, but it started dripping down the pants.
Yeah.
You know?
Not good.
So anyway, we're sitting there in this bar. And it's about 5, 6 in the morning. Frank's going, to the king, to anybody, you know, boom, you know, boom. The summer wind, boom. And there's a little black gentleman, you know, little black gentleman, he's playing the piano, you know, going, Mr. Sinatra, can I go home? Can I go home? You know? The bartender's going, Mr. Rigger, you talk to him, let me go home, you know. I do accents in case. And so we're sitting there, David, and we're having a drink. And Jilly and I, rest of soul, we're sitting, and lightning comes, and it's a big bay window by the bar. Ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-boom. And Frank's drinking, he said, I want you and Jilly to go out and tell them damn photographers to stop taking my pictures.
Scouts on me. Swear to God.
And Jilly and I went out in tuxedos like morons in the rain. Thank God the storm stopped. We came back and said, it's over, Frank. It stopped. It stopped. He said, good, because otherwise we'd be walking around in a wheelchair. But he was great. He did a lot of crazy things.
Now, am I right? His wife and your wife have the same name? Frank's wife and your wife?
What are you, a detective?
Yeah, I'm a detective. That's right.
I mean, you come up with these remarks. They have the same names, don't they? This is a 1-hour show, and the dumbbell comes up, but they got the same name. Let's go back to Dr. Denzel.
Denzel ain't even
said to me that
what a night this has been. Finding out who we know and what our names
That's
are.
Right, sure. Now, Denzel was...
There's medication for that, Dave.
Let's go, Rickles.
Man makes $40 billion a year, and he sits there with 2 major people going.
Denzel was talking about his. Did a movie about a guy who was an organized criminal.
Yes, I saw it. The gangster's magnificent.
Yeah. Now, did you a long time ago in Las Vegas?
They're all dead. Stop being nervous. They're dead.
Did you have any relationships or acquaintances?
Yes, I did.
Experiences?
I worked. I headlined the Copacabana many years ago, and everybody came in and sat ringside going, "At what time does he go on?" And they all had the little sling guns. They're going, "Oh, the kid better." They had your problem. The kid better be funny. Anyway, so there was one guy, I won't mention his name. He was an important, very well-known gangster. And my mother, God bless her, if she was alive, she would have been great with your mom, because my mother was sort of a Jew pattern. And, you know, my mother was the type of person, "Good evening, how are you?" And I go, "Gee, Ma, take it easy. Stop being self-conscious. What's the matter with you? How are you? How are you?" Always, like she had a megaphone.
Yeah.
So now, she was very strong, very educated. And we were sitting at the bar, and a note comes over and says, "So-and-so wants to see you." So my manager at the time, Joe Scandori, he was Elliot Weissman's my manager now. I throw that in so he don't have a nervous breakdown in Florida. He always talk like this. He talk like this. I want to put a feather on the can and make him a bird. Don, go over, but just talk a few minutes to him, and that's it. That's it. Dave, I'm over here.
Man, so quick, bro. He's analyzing everything.
I'm talking, he's looking at the monitor 75 feet away. Anyway, so Dave, so we're sitting there, and walk over, and I sit down and say, "Hi, Guido." They're all Guido, Tony, or Carmine. There's no Irving or Max. You know. Jews don't do that. We own the club, and we do what they tell us. Anyway, that joke could cost me. So we're sitting at the table, and I start to talk, and my mother walks over. She says, I'm sorry. Tony, we'll say it's Tony. Tony, darling, there's no conversation. The boys must put the guns on the table. I swear to God. And all of a sudden, cannons come out on the table. All the guns are on the table. She said, now talk to them. And I sat there like a moron while guns were sitting there.
Wow.
Are you focusing now?
I'm right there with you.
I know we're running late, but I have a favor to ask you.
Who cares? In an hour, they'll shut it off.
Okay. Tell us the story about the time.
If I could.